Hello, everyone, and welcome. Happy Monday morning. I'm here with Deb H, who is
Hello.
also our purple elephant. Yay! Thank you, Deb. Thanks for being here.
Thank
Yes,
you for inviting me.
of course. I'm just going to check in with hi, Nancy and Craig and Melinda. Thank you for being here. Oh, okay. Craig, it sounds like you had a really good seminar with Jennifer. Well, good for you. I'm glad you got to go. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Nancy. It was fun to meet or invest in your guide yesterday. So that's awesome. Hi, Teresa Levine. Yeah. All right.
Hi,
Wonderful.
Teresa.
All right. So we are here this morning
Hi,
to
Gina.
welcome Deb to the reader community. And when you're first starting out as a having your own channel, it's a little bit stressful, I guess is the word. I don't know.
It's a little nerve-wracking.
A little nerve-wracking, yes. The good thing is that most people here know you, at least in the chat. And so
Yes.
they're pretty familiar with you and how you are and that kind of thing. And that's always a blessing. So it's not starting with a whole group of people that you don't know and they don't know you. So
Right.
very supportive. Juno, you can't see me? Really? Oh,
I can see
really?
you.
Deb, you can see me. Must be yours thing, Juno. Sorry. Hi, Kate. Hi. Hi,
Hi,
everybody.
Gina.
Yeah.
Hi, Nancy.
Am I hiding, Nancy? Can you see me? Oh, really, Kate? You can see Deb, but you can't see me? Oh, my
Wow.
goodness. That's really, oh, my. All right. It might be because I have one bar here. That might be why. Really, Craig? Okay. Well, I don't know what to do. I've never had this problem.
Teresa can't see you either. Or
It's
Craig.
the voice from the deep beyond. So I can make faces and everything, and nobody can see me except for Deb. All right. Hi, Mary Ellen. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Janet. Yeah, I am. I'm a ghost. um, don't flip out. I'm going to leave for a minute and come right back in and see if you can see me. In the meantime, hang on there. Hang in there, everybody.
Well, she'll be right back. So let me see if I can see. Hi, Gerald. Hi, Mary Ellen.
All right. Jane the Seeker.
Mel. Hi, Mel.
Hi, on Banana.
Hi, Anna Banana.
Okay, I'm here. Okay, good. All right.
Hi,
Yes,
Melinda.
Juno says it was time for you to tap dance, Deb.
Hi, Jane.
Isn't it great to see everybody here this morning? Thank you for coming out to support Deb. I'm so excited. I am very excited. Don't you just love the color of her hair? I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
You know, I
Tara?
tell people that my hair is purple, and either it doesn't register that it's really purple, but I'm, of course, not the only one. We
Right.
have the Crone Zone. Is
Right.
it
Oh,
Priscilla
she's
that
bright
has?
purple.
She's
Yeah, real
purple,
purple.
and
Yeah.
and so is
Nancy Jean?
yes, Nancy Jean. So
Yeah.
we probably all had the same idea around the same time. Mine was been
Yeah.
about 5 years.
Oh, it's been that long. Okay.
So before that, it was blue.
I like blue. If I was
And
going to do it, I'd do blue or pink. That's
then
what
I went full purple about 5 years ago.
Wow. Well, I love it. And look who's here, Carter Mancy Mesquite.
Hi,
She's
Carter
lurking.
Nancy. Hi,
Yeah.
Angela.
Yes, Angela. I'm going to send Deb your
email. I think she wrote it.
Yeah. It's good to see everybody. Thank you all for being here. We got a good group of folks. I
Hi,
think
Janet
I saw
P.
Janet and Jenny sneak in, and Taro Stash and Miriam, Wildflower Wind. My goodness.
Hi, Craig. I don't know if I
Yes.
said hi.
Jan's Free, Sue, the Hermit's Corner. Woohoo! Wow. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for all being here to support Deb in her new endeavor. And I'm so excited for her. And her first guest is going to be tomorrow, correct? Will be Ron's Unconditional Love Tarot. Will be on her channel. And she's just gonna jump right in and have a guest on right away. And so it'd be great if you went over there and supported her tomorrow morning if you're up that early, or go back and watch at later time. That would be great.
That's what playbacks are for. Yes.
That's what they're for. They're absolutely there for that. Hello, on a banana and running sloth. My goodness, it's so good to see all of you here today. I'm thrilled. So yes, is there anything else that you have coming up that you know of yet, Deb?
Not yet that I know of. So
okay. All right. But you probably will be hosting other people and also are open and available to be on other shows.
Oh, correct? I do have something coming up with you for a dream show in a couple of weeks. And then the week after that, then I'll be on Circle of Friends. But that's still a few weeks away.
Yes. But we love Circle of Friends. And so we want you on there. Absolutely. That's great. So for me today, I have this wonderful time with Deb, and then at noon, I'm going to bring on Lisa from Zena's Place.
Yes.
And she reads the Lenormand cards. And then at 3:00, Circle of Friends. Kelly and I don't know if we have anybody coming, but we're just going to mix it up. So it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. And I got to take my puppy dog. Well, she's not a puppy, the 10-year-old in for a tumor removal as soon as we're done here. So I appreciate any kind of love and prayers for that. That you can send along. Yeah, wonderful. So
Friday,
let's talk. Go ahead, Deb.
Friday, I'm taking my cat in to get his checkup and have his teeth cleaned and get a new microchip because he's a new cat to me. He's not a new cat, but he's.
I just had mine chipped the other day. It's just such a good idea to do that.
It is.
You never know. They could sneak out the door and you don't know that. And I've actually had them saved because of it.
Yeah. I'm more worried about the cat than I was ever worried about the dogs, and they were all chipped. So it's, cats are so fast.
They are fast. And he's an indoor cat though?
He is. He only has one eye, so he's an indoor cat because he lost his eye when he was about 2 weeks old. He was rescued and he had an eye infection, and he immediately lost an eye, and the other was infected and damaged. So he stayed with the foster family until all of that was taken care of and he was healthy. So he was a year old when I got him.
Okay. And he's been with you for how long?
About, I want to say 4 or 5 months. So.
Okay. I've had mine not even a month yet, and that dog is just like attached to me like glue, and she's 10. That's good. So, yeah, I think that, living a life as a breeding dog on like a farm with a bunch of other, it's just not a life for a dog.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah, it really isn't. And I love this. Yes, Spirit brings us together in ever increasing circles of love. Beautiful. Thank you. That's awesome. So, in the fall, Deb came on my channel to talk about resilience during the time of the Orange Man and COVID and everything else. So, Deb and I have been together before, but now you've got what, 2 or 3 videos up, I think, right now?
I think I've got 3 up. And I'll be posting another one in the next day or 2. I haven't thought of what story I want to tell yet. So
I love it. And so tell us a little bit about what it is that you do. What story do you tell? And how do you tell it?
I had the idea because I've been bouncing around ideas about a channel for a while. And I keep getting messages to speak my truth, to stand in my own truth. And so I thought about it. And one day I was watching a Cash Peters video, and I commented on his video, part of my first story that's on my channel. And he said, "What did you learn?" And so I had to think about it. What did I learn? And that's what we're here for. We're here to learn lessons. So I thought, well, that's what my channel should be. It should be about lessons, stories, and lessons. So I've been telling some stories about things that happened to me and what did I learn about it. And after I say what I learned, then I will pull a card and see what the spirit and the angels and ancestors and everyone on our support team on the other side has to say about that.
Absolutely. So, all your guides. Yeah.
So we, so that's what it's been so far. And I thought that my guests could share stories and what they learned.
Yes.
And together, if we haven't experienced it, then maybe we can draw something from that lesson. Or if it's an experience that we have had, we can add our voice to the lessons that are learned.
Absolutely.
And we won't all learn the same lesson from the same story.
Right.
So
you can also go back, and it's funny because I teach literature, as you probably know, and when we read a story, we bring our own set of experiences to it. And also the first experience we have with the story is very different than the second or the third, if you happen to listen to it or read it again. So the oral tradition makes it even more so because you're adding your voice, you're speaking your truth, as you say.
And so, each person's experience, if it's an oral tradition, each person's experience is added to whatever the story is. So it expands exponentially. Each of us has a different experience, and we can bring our lessons to the table and share them with everybody.
Yep, absolutely. Reminds me of the story, and it's an old Persian story. And it's about a man, and he's a servant of a great big, fancy household palace. And he is walking through the marketplace, and he looks over and he sees Death standing there with his sickle. And he's frightened to death, basically. And so he gets on his horse and he goes to another place. So he can get away from it, so he can escape it. And so in the meantime, the man that owns the servant or the person he works for goes up to Death and says, why did you scare my servant? Why did you put him away? Why were you getting him so upset? And he said, well, I was merely confused because he was supposed to be, I'm going to meet him tonight in this town. This other town.
And that's where he fled to.
And that's where he went. Yeah. I was surprised to see him here.
When I was very young, I read an updated version of that story. And the book that I read it in had the servant flee on a train instead of a horse. So it was a more updated. It wasn't real updated because this was in the 60s. But it was. But I am familiar with that story, and that's the thing. If something frightens us and we flee, we will run right into it.
I know. And there's no escaping fate, isn't it? Even though my father used to say he was a fatalist and he didn't believe that, he figured everything was set in stone and everything. And I do think you can make changes to your world in order for that not to happen. But there are some things that are pretty well sealed.
There are some things that are meant to be, and we can't change them.
That's right.
Absolutely. And part of that is our exit points.
Yep. That's true.
I believe that we agreed on what these things are, the major things, and everything in between are lessons. I mean, we have the major lessons, but we also have a lesson every day. Every day there's a lesson.
We sure do. And sometimes we repeat that damn lesson over and over again because we haven't learned it yet.
If we don't learn it, then we will repeat it.
That's absolutely true. Wow.
Except for, go ahead.
I just wanted to say hi to Mama Bear. Go right ahead.
Mama Bear. Except for when we lose our loved ones in death, that is something that we can't change. We can't change it, and it's going to happen over and over. And it is a lesson, but it's not a lesson that we didn't learn.
Right. That's right. I think that's the hardest. It's the ones that are being left behind that are the ones that are tortured the most. Because, from what I hear, at least from what experiences have come through with some mediums and so on, it looks like they're having a pretty good time over there,
It's not a place to be afraid of, for sure.
Right. Yeah, that's very true. That's very, very true. So what began when, I probably asked you this before, but what began or what started your journey into the spiritual realm, let's say?
Originally, when I was it started as a young child. Now, I am not a medium. I'm not clairvoyant. I do not see things as a rule. I have seen things, but as a general rule, I don't see things. Right. And I usually don't hear them either.
Okay.
But I know. I have a knowing.
I have a knowing too. I understand.
And it's very strong to the point that it is what it is. So
Sure.
So, and I've always had that. Now, when I was very young, I probably was closer to that ability. As I grew older, then I started to lose it, of course. And so I picked up first a regular playing deck of cards when I was a kid, maybe 11, 12 years old. And I learned how to read those.
Oh. Wow.
But don't ask me today because I can't remember. And when I was around 15 or 16, I picked up a tarot deck that I found in like a gift shop. And it was in the 70s, so it didn't look, on the backs were different. They were like bright blue with stars. And it looked like it looked like it was an interesting deck of cards, but it was a Rider-Waite-Smith, and I learned to read those, and I started to get some things right. Then all of a sudden, I started to see the cards that would indicate a death coming up for my mom, because I used to read for her. So for a couple of years, it came up. And then I don't generally remember my dreams, but then I started to have dreams about it. And I kept telling myself, no, this can't be. It can't be. It's just my imagination. And so I never told her. I told her she was going to go through some changes, and, And so it came to pass that she did get cancer, and then she left pretty quickly, about 5 weeks from her diagnosis to when we lost her. And I put him down. I just did not want to know.
I understand. You didn't want the knowledge.
I was devastated, and I didn't want to know. So so I put him down, and they called to me. I'm not real clairaudient, but they called to me, and when they did that, I got rid of them. So I put them down, but I still had them.
Yeah. Okay. And they were taunting you. Okay.
When they called me,
yeah,
I just didn't want to have anything to do with it. So fast forward a number of years, and I went through 2 or 3 dark night of the soul, and life happened, and then we get to the point where the orange one was elected, and then the pandemic happened,
Mhm.
And so I found the community online.
Right.
And I lurked for a long time, a real long time. And so finally, I guess it was last year, I decided to take the plunge and get in and get my feet wet and talk to people in chat and comment on people who had videos. And they started to call to me again. The cards started to call to me again.
You were ready.
I was ready. And so I picked them back up. Now, I don't have all the knowledge that I had when I was young.
Understand.
I don't. When I was young, I knew all the symbolism, and I knew all of the reversals, and I knew how to put it together and what cards with certain cards meant and all of that. I don't have that back yet.
But you will, because practice is all it takes, I think.
And so I am practicing, and I'm I'm slowly getting the knowledge back. And when I'm really there and present and in the reading, then I can see what the story is on the cards. I may not be able to articulate for every card, but I see the story.
Right.
And so I'm getting there. there.
Yeah. Wow, that's wonderful. That's just wonderful. And you will. Oh, hi, Kathleen Lightworker. It's good to see you too. Thanks for coming by. Now, there's another wonderful source for you, Deb H. She's wonderful to work with. Yeah.
She is. Yeah. She is a delight. Hi, Cosmic Toga Party.
Yeah. Gosh,
Wayne.
so many wonderful people. Wayne's here.
Sherry. Hi, Sherry.
Dana. Yeah. Gosh, thank you all for coming by. It's funny that it reminds me, you know how they say once you know how to ride a bicycle, you can always ride a bicycle. Well, so I ordered myself a bicycle, and I didn't want a speed bike because I don't like hand brakes. You know, growing up in the 60s, we had the foot brakes, and I felt the best with them. And I get up on the bike. And this time I even have a helmet on, you know?
Yes.
And I'm going, oh my God. And I have to stand up to pedal because you're going, you got to get your speed up again. And I think I probably went down the block and came back, and I was totally exhausted. And I thought, well, okay, at least I got on there and I started it again, because it's been a long, long time. And now I feel a lot more comfortable, even though it seems really high to me, even though it's not a very big bike. So yeah, it just depends on that and moving back into that. Hello, Lisa. It's good to see you.
You know, our bones don't heal like they used to. So those falls are a lot harder than they were.
They are. But you know what? Thayer Hutchinson, who is in the community, she's been skiing, and she hadn't skied since she was in high school or college. And she just got right back up and went skiing. Whereas another friend of mine went skiing, went down the slope the first time, perfect, went back up to go down the second time, blew out her knee.
Yes.
You got to be. So it's all of that preparation, I guess is the word.
And then you were at the age where sometimes all you have to do is be brushing your teeth and something goes out. So
I roll over in bed and my knee goes out. Yeah, I mean, it's like, come on. It's ridiculous.
Bye, Melinda.
Yeah, bye. Thanks for coming by, Melinda.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, Wildflower, I don't blame you. I won't be skiing again either, but I might ski up here. I don't know. So
that's the safest place.
It is. Absolutely. So you went back to the tarot cards, and you told me a little bit of a story about Alphonse Mucha cards.
Yes.
And so tell the community about it.
I don't have a way to order online. So I have to depend on going to the metaphysical store here near me. And I was in the store and I was looking for a different deck of cards. And the lady that was there helping me, she picked up this deck, and opened it up and she said, "Oh, these are beautiful." So I looked at them, and they spoke to me. They, it's basically the same symbolism as a Rider-Waite deck, but they are in the Art Nouveau style. He drew posters mostly, and so it's kind of like, this is
gotta go the other way. Yep.
Other way.
Yeah,
There
I
we
know
go.
it's hard because it's backwards.
There we go. That's the Ace of Swords.
Isn't that beautiful? It's
so, and they were just beautiful cards.
They are beautiful.
And there's the lovers.
Awesome. They're beautiful. I pulled this one off earlier to show her, and it's the devil, but look at it. It's gorgeous.
It's my favorite devil.
It is. It's like, devil is temptation. And
she,
go ahead,
symbolizes temptation. But the cards just spoke to me. This is the Fool.
They are the colors. And I actually love the Art Nouveau.
The only thing that I don't care for with the deck is that it's not very inclusive. So most of the figures are female, and there are a few males, but like the magician is a female, the devil is a female, but they're all Caucasian.
Right.
So not
that
only
was the time, that was the Art Nouveau. It
was. And I appreciate that it's not inclusive, but the symbolism spoke to me, so I got it. And it's the one I mostly use. I really enjoy the modern witch deck, but it's hard to handle.
It's too big.
The card stock is
not
my favorite.
They're too slippery. Sometimes
it is
until you break them in a bit. Yeah,
I modified mine. I took the borders off, and I have done something to it to make it not quite as slippery. And I can manage it now. But before I couldn't even manage. And I know a lot of people don't modify their decks, but if it's your deck, you do what you want to with it because it's your deck. And sometimes modifying it puts your energy into it more. So
it does. Yeah. So a couple of things I want to say about I love that you brought up that it's not modernly inclusive. In other words, we don't have people of color. We don't have a lot of men or Asian or whatever. But when I teach my stories, we read Hemingway, and I mean, he says some rotten things about a lot of people, and he's not a very nice person, but that was then. And we can learn from that. Yeah. And the same thing can be said of the cards, depending on what it is. And if they speak to you, that's the most important thing, I think.
The symbolism in the cards spoke to me. And like I said, it's not the most inclusive deck.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be if it speaks to you.
That's right.
And I am on the lookout for more inclusive decks. But like I said, I'm limited. I can't order online, so I have to go to the metaphysical store and be there. And to me, I like that because then I can see it. And the store I go to, she has no problem opening up a package and showing me a deck.
That's great. A lot of them won't.
And I don't, as long as she's there with me, I get to see the deck and I can touch it. And that's kind of what I need, at least right now.
For now, yeah. There, I just so people know, a lot of people won't buy secondhand. Not that this is secondhand, because it isn't what you're talking about. But a lot of people won't buy secondhand because it's there's a feeling that someone else's energy is on them, and that whatever. And I think I probably have felt that way in the past. And now I think that as long as you just do smudging or cleanse them in some way, put them out under the moon or whatever way that you want in order to make them yours, you can sometimes get some really good decks that aren't heavily used, but have been secondhand used. So yes.
And I think you have to use your own intuition. How does the energy feel? How does it feel? And you can, exactly, Jane, you can clear them.
You can. Yep.
And I think it's up to the individual.
Yeah. Yeah. I really do too. I do too. Yep.
And there are decks that sometimes you think are perfect and are beautiful, but you just don't resonate with them when you get them in your hands.
That's right.
It's a journey.
It is a journey. Juno, I've seen people that have done this before, written on the decks, just for their, to help them remember, because it's not easy to remember what 70 whatever cards, whatever it is, 78 cards are. Yeah. So, and Jane says there are a lot of inclusive decks on there. Zena, Lisa, I'm sorry. I love that you found a place with demo packs. That's very, very important. Yep. And yep, you can clear them. I agree. You can.
There are some beautiful inclusive decks that I have seen out there. I just have to be able to locate them.
I understand.
Near where I am.
Near where you are.
Once the store that I frequent has said that if I find something I really like, they will order it for me.
They'll order it for you. So I'm only going to bring this up because I know you don't have any way of ordering anything, but you do have a computer. And if you can go to Amazon and put a wish list in of some of the things that you might like, and then put it on your page. Flora Nabai said, do that, Allie. We want to be able to, look at your wish list or whatever. And you never know. Somebody might gift you something. And
take it under advisement.
All right. There you go.
I'll consider it.
It took me a long time to do it. I had to figure it out.
I'm having a little trouble.
I understand.
Correlating the idea of money with this work. So it's, compensation.
Let's talk about that just for a minute. I understand exactly what you're talking about. And it's very interesting because last night on Hulu, there's a woman named Teal Swan, and she's a big spiritual person, I guess is the best way to say it. And I remember wanting to find out more about her. She wrote books and things. Well, they had a documentary on, and I've watched the first 3 of them on Hulu. And that is one person that really does not resonate with me at all. She's all about the money. She's all about she wants people to be there for her. She wants you to give up it's cultish. It's very cultish. So I think that when we come into our gifts, we want to share them with people without benefit of thinking about, how much am I going to charge for this? And there are ways. And I think the thing that resonates with me is that if somebody wants to gift you something, then you're not asking for that gift. You are simply accepting it and loving it and allowing it to happen.
That's
because just like a compliment, So, once you get that in your mind and you can feel comfortable with that. But I know what you're saying because I'm not a person that wants to, I'm going to charge, $300 for this or for, no, I don't feel comfortable. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable. It was hard enough for me to put my heart out there and ask for help with my roof and the GoFundMe. That was really, really hard for me.
But the community,
they really
did their thing. So.
They did. But it was hard for me because I don't usually ask for anything like that. That's not my
hard for me too. It's hard for me to even say, like in chat when I'm not feeling well, that someone send me some energy. I don't even, this is my cat.
You're pretty.
That's Willie. Mr. Willie One Eye.
Oh, he's adorable. All right, so we're going to do a few readings. How about that? Oh, Starfish, I understand. Yeah, we do have one question for Juno, who would just like a reading. So you're welcome to just pull a card for her. And anybody else want one? Let us know. Kate
had a question too. Let me see if I can find it. She wanted to know, is there a story for today, maybe of hope? Kate, I have not made a video yet for this week. And if you want a story of hope, I can do that. I just have to think on what story to tell.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, okay. You know what? I was thinking about green, but we went with gray. I have a gray house with white trim, so we went with gray just to kind of keep it all. And thank you, Miriam. That's so sweet of you. If anybody would like a reading here, yep, you're right, Jenny. There is an exchange of energy. I think that's the best way to say it. Yep.
That's
a beautiful
way to say it.
Yep. Yep. Awesome. Thanks for asking her, Kate. You know, I'm sure she loves having, an idea to come to her. So awesome. All right. So let's see, Juno, what do we got going for you here today? I'm going to use these new cards I got. They're Oracle cards from Intuit Oracle, and there's 108 of them. Should have an interesting one coming in. All right. Ooh.
Well, Juno, you are going through some changes. This is, let me see if I can get it on there. There it is.
Other way. Yep, there you go. Okay.
That is the death card. But there are still plenty of optimistic things going on with this card, even though it looks a bit sad. So there's you can see that there's the water behind and the sun coming up. So it's kind of an emotional time, and the brightness is just beyond the horizon. Wow. So that you're going through changes. I know you've been getting your own channel going and doing lots of collaborations. So that signifies the changes. And then behind that was the Queen of Wands.
Ooh.
So you are standing in your power. And as you do that, you're going to be a little bit introspective. This is my favorite Hermit card.
Yeah. She says fears. Yeah, some fears that she might
You
have.
don't need to be afraid.
Uh-huh.
Think on it. See the light. Let the light guide you and stand in your power. And that's what I got.
That's wonderful. There is, and the person that would understand that probably just as much as you, Juno, is Deb, who has just jumped both feet in. And it's moving past our fears and moving into, what
the brightness is there. It's just on the horizon. You just have to embrace it and accept it and move toward it.
Right.
Don't let the fear.
No, don't let it.
Don't let it control you. Don't let it. To start something new, something old has to go.
Yep.
Let it go. Let it go and step into your power. And you are stepping into your power.
You are. You absolutely are, just as Deb is. So look at this. I get a number 1 and I get roses. And what do winners get? Roses. After a race, that's what you get. It says here that you are appreciated and you are delighted. You have wonderful gifts, that your friendships are cherished, and you know that, and that your passion is being fulfilled. So take your roses and enjoy the journey. And look at the heart there. There's like a locket with a heart in it. Beautiful, beautiful. Yep, that's wonderful. All right. So I've got enough questions for right now, everybody, up until Sarah Rose, and because I want to be able to, make sure that we can read these for you. All right. On a Banana would love a card. I want to just take a second to say that at 12 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock Eastern time, I'll be on with Lisa from Zena's Place. So please come and see us. So many wonderful people.
Anna. Firstly, I got the 6 of Cups.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
That is maybe a little wishing things were the way they used to be. Maybe a little bit of wanting things to go back the way they might have been. Then I had the King of Cups. So I don't know if this is a person. If it is, he's one of those wonderful kings.
Yes, he is.
He's this particular king seems to be tossing a fish in his cups.
Awesome. So, that's great.
He's nurturing, he's loving, and he is understands all of those emotions that you've been going through with maybe sort of longing for what once was. Mm-hmm. But to top it all off, Anna, you are the magician. You Wonderful. Have the power. You have everything at your disposal. All of those tools are yours.
Absolutely. Yep. Wonderful. Well, I have brought up the Archangel Phanuel, and it's hope and new beginnings. And this guy's on your side, optimism. Isn't that funny? The word hope came up with Kate this morning, and look at the hope came up here. It looks like some kerosene is going to be thrown on that. So what happens when kerosene, things are going to get a bit bigger. Things will accelerate and ignite. A very powerful time for you. It could be a bit unpredictable, but it looks like it's going to go in tandem with your hope and your optimism. So have a great time, Anna.
I hope that resonated with you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Thanks for the question, Anna. All right. We got Katie, Kathleen Lightworker. All right. Oh, we're going to Craig's for a party? Okay. Hi, Debbie Kane. It's good to see you, honey. Karen Johnson. Sharon Sipe. Wow, we got lots of folks here. Thank you so much for coming in and being part of Deb's introduction to the world.
Kathleen, are you having some struggles? I'm glad, Anna. I'm glad.
Yeah. And Craig is saying he sees orbs at night. Oh my God, that's fabulous. Yes. Ooh, you got a lot of spirit guides there. Wow.
Kathleen? All right, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It looks like you've been having some struggles. That's the 5 of Wands or staves in this deck. Behind that, I got that you're having some heartbreak.
Okay.
But the 10 of Pentacles comes in. So there is some hope. There is, it is working out as it should. I don't know what you're struggling with, but whatever it is, it's about to pay off, and you're going to see what you need, what it's going to come to you. So I decided to pull an oracle card, and I got the broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace.
There you go.
Peace is coming. It is coming. Those struggles are going to come to an end, and you are going to have everything you need to come to a place of peace. And really, that's what we're all looking for.
We are. Yep.
And that's what I got.
So what I want you to know, Kathleen, is there's a picture of a safe, but a safe is also something that safety is something that we want to feel. So what you value is safe, and you are protecting what's yours, and your hidden valuable information is coming out through your mediumship that you're working on. You have opened yourself up. Look at, you've woke the lion. You woke the lion. The lion is there to help you. If you look at there's two triangles over the eyes, but in the middle, coming into the crown chakra here, you will see that there's room for that information to come in, and you are utilizing that. So continue to be uncompromising and stubborn if you have to be, because what you've got is a gift that's been waiting to be made manifest for a while. So it could be possible that what Deb saw with the heartbreak and that sort of thing is that perhaps you were a little downtrodden about the community or what you were doing with the tarot, and you were just waiting for the next thing. And it looks to me as though it's on its way. So fabulous. All right. Thanks for putting up Deb's channel, Sharon Sipe.
Thank you, Sharon.
All right. So the next one we have Mary Ellen Jenkinson. Thanks for being here, Mary Ellen. I can't take any more questions after Wildflower Wind and Sarah Rose and Jan's Free and Ellen. We're heading toward the hour. So we'll take the ones we have, but I'm sorry we can't. But you know what? Deb can come back anytime she wants.
I appreciate that, Allie.
Sure. And go to her channel too. Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. All right. Ooh. All right.
Mary Ellen, I have that you may be having something to celebrate.
Ooh.
The 3 of Cups. Or it may just be that you're celebrating the season of your life. The maiden, mother, crone are represented in this cup, in this card. But you may find that there's a little bit of struggle. We all have to struggle a bit. But I come with the moon. And she holds the secrets. She is has everything that you need right there, and she's just waiting for the sun to rise. And so, what you're celebrating is maybe you're getting ready to bring it to the world. Maybe you're going to overcome these struggles, and you're going to sit on it until the time is right, and then you're going to reveal it to the world.
Wow.
That's what I get.
All right. So I got a cool card here, and it says, it's time. It's time for action. Things are fast tracked to unfold quickly. And that's exactly what Deb had there. I also get a castle. I love a castle. It is recognition. It's praise for your achievements. It's your legacy, your coming into your own power, and it's timeless. And so, what it is that you're bringing in for action is timeless and ready to be brought through.
Yeah.
Whatever that happens, whatever that is, it's coming. Wow.
So don't worry about the struggle.
Right.
It's just part of the process.
It is, and we all struggle, and we all have moments that we do, and then we break free from it. You know, we will get it again, unfortunately, but yes, absolutely. If they say you don't like something, just wait a minute, right?
Yes.
Things can change that quickly. Thank you very much. All right, Ellen G.
Ellen G.
Oh, look at this. A kitty cat that looks like your Willie. It's white with a black dot on its head. Can you see it?
That's adorable. And I would like to add that this is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah. Yes.
The cards never lie. Sometimes our interpretations are off, but the cards are right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry. Anita Garola had lost her partial plate yesterday, and Craig says, does anybody know if she found her teeth?
I hope she did.
I do too.
I hope she did.
Thanks for asking, Craig. If Anita's here, let us know. I'm sorry. It just tickled me.
Well, Ellen, I think that you've been experiencing some loss. I don't know if this is loss of money or loss of what it's a loss of, but you've been experiencing some loss and feeling like you were out in the cold. So you've had to sit on what you've got and hang on to everything. But the Hierophant comes up. So some form of authority is going to step in and make whatever you've been going through, they're going to balance it out and make it right so that you aren't experiencing this lack anymore.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Gosh, all things come around. All right, so I get here that you either have a teacher that's teaching you a new learning path, or you're learning a new path, or, you know, a teacher can be, it doesn't have to be a physical person. It can be an experience. It could be a story. It could be an animal. It could be whatever it is, something that you're just ready for. I do see you maybe taking a trip. It looks like it says travel or change in location, or maybe you're thinking about doing that. I love the balloons. Go ahead and go down to New Mexico and take a balloon ride. That would make me happy. But I get burger. I get a burger. And what is a burger? A burger is something that's convenient. It's something we want convenience. We go through the drive-up line, we get a burger. It also could be feeling unsatisfied because you're not able to do the things that you're wanting to do. So maybe if you haven't been thinking about at least getting out and doing something this summer, maybe you want to, but maybe it is that you want to do something that's more convenient for you. It could be a local trip. It just could be getting out and taking a local ride and seeing some of the sites that are close to you. But anyway, sending you lots of love, Ellen. Yep, the kitty cats always do that. Did you know that? They do.
he knows when I'm working with spirit.
Isn't that awesome? Because they can see it. Yeah, they can see it.
This particular cat, Mark Spirit Whisperer, told me is a reincarnation of a cat I had about 30 years ago. Okay. And so he is.
Isn't he great?
He was my my spiritual rock, and this one's learning to be.
Learning to be. Wow. Mark is a great animal communicator. He really is. Spirit Whisperer, Mark Atha. He has his own channel. Yep. All right.
So Jan's free.
Yeah.
This is a card for June. Mm-hmm. Jan's free. You are looking for something. You're waiting for it to come to you. You have been juggling a few things. Maybe you need some balance. Some balance might be coming. But right now, you might need to hang on to a few things and make sure that you have what you need to get through.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to read. I'm going to do that. Then I have to answer something that was in the chat. Okay, look, the puzzle piece that you're looking for is coming. And that is so much tied to what Deb just said. So you may have had a challenge or problem solving, but you were missing one piece of it. And so it looks like it's coming to you.
It's time to come.
It's time, and it has a merry motive. There's a merry motive behind it. So whatever it is will bring you happiness. Look at this, somebody out in the forest with all kinds of little stars pinned up on the clothesline. So there you go. A merry motive is coming from that. All right. So hold the pickle, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us. We just want to have you let us have it your way. Right?
I can't believe you remembered that.
I remember all the old stuff. It's just the new stuff I don't remember.
I know.
Oh, goodness. All right. Sarah Rose, thanks for being here. Hi, Andrea. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're here.
Hi, Andrea. Hi, Gina. You can remember more about, I remember going to my class reunions and saying to people, do you remember this? Do you remember that? And I'd be telling them, and they're like, no, I don't remember any of that. You know, it's the funniest thing about high school. I don't remember most of it.
It depends on how you were treated. It depends on what kind of experience you had, I think, don't you?
I was the kid everybody went to help them with their homework. So, so all of the cute guys would be coming to me for their homework. But do you think one of them would ask me out?
Not to the prom. Okay. So, I always had guys coming to me and talking to me, and I thought they liked me, you know, but they liked my best friend. And so they wanted to be friends with me so that
you were the wingman.
I was the wingman. Yeah. All right. Making food for the week, Andrea, is a good idea. Then you can only have to go and heat it up, right? There you go.
Right.
All right. Thank you to all the moderators here today. Thank you to all the people that came by in the chat. I'm really pleased with the amount of people that came here to love on Deb H. Thank you so much. That makes me happy. Yeah. And don't forget to go over and sign up for her channel. And she's going to have Ron Unconditional Love on tomorrow morning. Yep. Get a chance, watch it or watch the replay, one or the other. Yep. Go ahead if you're ready, Deb.
Okay, I have Sarah Rose. It looks like, this is a 10 of Pentacles. It looks like you have what you need, that it's all there. You have the Knight of Wands riding in. And all you have to do is look for it because it's coming. So whatever it is that you've got in the works right now, that's it's about to come to fruition.
Wonderful.
That's what I get.
Well, I don't know if this has happened to you yet, but it looks like you're going to have either you've had a close encounter, not of the third kind, because that would be a UFO. But look,
right.
You've got a butterfly just outside and some butterfly that's caged. So there's a close encounter that has happened or will be happening very quickly. Be careful because sometimes people tell tall tales. Be careful, which would be a great story to tell, actually. There's another one for you, Deb. Telling tall, look at Pinocchio here with his nose. We all know he got himself in trouble. But I'm getting that it's all has to do with your spiritual awakening. If you've already been spiritually awakened, then it's just going to increase that awakening for you because you are being called by this.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, this close encounter here is bringing you closer and closer to your spiritual truth and your spiritual work that you're going to be doing. And we all do spiritual work. We may be holding light. We may be smiling at strangers, whatever
it is. Just holding light or holding space.
That's right.
Whatever is our ability to do, that's what we're doing. And we are all needed. All of us are needed.
Like we say, there's not too many channels here, but you don't have to have a channel.
It's not a competition. And exactly, you don't have to have a channel. You make a difference in the chat. You make a difference. You walk outside and smile at someone walking by.
Absolutely. Oh, Jane, you are a great space holder. I love that. Yes. All right. Wildflower is our last one for the day. We'd love a reading. So Wildflower, thank you. Kind of a good reading yesterday. She was on with Jean and her beloved came through and gave her a message.
Andrea Galvin, I have shared in the past where Purple Elephant came from. It's purple is purple's a color that I resonate with, and it's of course the color of the third eye chakra, the crown chakra, the crown chakra, and it's and I have always, since I was about 12 years old, collected elephants. I love elephants. Elephants resonate with me on a deep spiritual level. And so anybody that knows me knows that I have elephants. And so that's where that came from. It's just a combination of a color that I resonate with and an animal that I resonate with.
Awesome. Are you welcome, Jen?
That's lovely, Kiba.
Yes, it is, Kiba. Oh, that's great. Look at Sarah Rose has all the elephants and purple hearts. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, I'll go ahead and go since you're still shuffling. I get forked road. You're at a fork in the road, Wildflower. And you may be looking at options for a change in direction or a new opportunity, a turning point. I think yesterday when we read from the message from your husband, he said to go out there, or he said to look for something new and in your own life. And then I get empty nest. That's probably how you're feeling right now. But this cycle has completed, and it signals endings, but also new beginnings, and making adjustments. Then I get the feather. Ooh-wee, I love the feather. The feather is a symbol of lots of different things, but when we see feather, we see new beginnings, we see ascension, the presence of an angel, which is probably your husband, and you are connected to higher realms and your angels. So every time you see a feather, know that they're with you, and they're with you anyway, but they sometimes like to remind you.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Wildflower Wind, there's something going on with you right now that's a pretty big thing in your life. I get the Judgment card, and then Temperance. So whatever has been going on is about to balance itself. There has been a struggle to get there. We've all been struggling lately. I pulled an oracle card for you, and what I got was the Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Let people help you. Let people love you and heal you.
Yep.
So whatever struggle there is, it is it's going to help you to get where you need to be, and let anyone that can and wants to step up and help you and love you, let them in. And don't forget to love yourself.
That's right. And remember, we're all here for you, always.
Yes. Yes.
And you can reach out to any of us anytime. Yep.
Yes.
What a wonderful time I had with you today. Thank you, Deb.
Thank you so much for having me, Allie. I appreciate it so much. And thank you for letting me come and talk about my channel.
Of course. Everybody, please check out Deb's channel. And the link is in the box below, and it also has been in the chat. I want to send love to everybody. And yes, if you have time, come back and see me this afternoon at noontime Pacific with Lisa from Xena. And make sure you check out Deb tomorrow with Ron. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Love you guys. Bye-bye, everybody.